Welcome back. The gunman accused of murdering 22 people inside an El Paso Walmart allegedly confessed after surrendering to police. Authorities say 21-year-old Patrick Crucius told officers, "I'm the shooter." They also say he confessed that he was targeting Mexicans.
David Johnson. Luis Juarez.
El Paso high school students honored victims of the shooting. Students stood on the football field and released balloons there. As you can see, they called out the names of each of the victims. The youngest victim, just 15-year-old Javier Rodriguez. He was a student at the high school. Well, the big question this morning, how many Americans are asking, how close are we really to gun reform? Congressman Grace Napolitano, who represents California's 32nd District from Norwalk to Glendora, is with us this morning. Ms. Napolitano, thanks for waking up with us. Certainly do appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.
You are the vice chair of the House Democratic Prevention Task Force. You, along with the House majority, passed a gun reform bill back in February, we recall, calling for universal background checks. You showed us the bills this morning, numerous that have passed, of course, the Senate. But the House, but the Senate hasn't even touched.
Nothing.
Well, House Democrats and Republicans. So what are we talking about here when it comes to Trump and McConnell really meeting in the middle with these?
Well, if enough pressure is placed on McConnell and the president, maybe they'll do some gun control, but I don't expect very much to happen, because every time something happens, great furor for a month or two, and then it dies down and they forget about it and they won't act. So now we're hoping that they continue to put pressure on them, both of them, to make sure that we get some effective gun control. H.R. 8 is Mike Thompson's bill.
What would you like to see?
Universal, all states, background checks.
You were saying because California could have different rules than Nevada, and that doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
And you guys passed universal background checks in February. The president then said he's going to veto it, but now he's talking about universal background checks. Now he's talking about so-called red flag laws. Talk to us about those.
But
what's different
he changes his mind quite often, so we don't know what's going to happen. We expect that the good, solid gun control is effective for all states, and those red flags is just a misnomer for something that we need to have in place.
Well, Congresswoman, President Trump has made some statements. I want to put up something for folks at home. This is what the president said last week responding to the two shootings. Quote, "Mental illness and hatred pulls the trigger, not the gun." We've heard that many times from a lot of people. You've worked on a lot of mental illness legislation, especially as it intersects with gun violence. You made it as you agree. Okay, what's your statement?
He's wrong. Mental illness has a place. But to put that with gun violence, only 4% is committed by people who have mental illness. In fact, the mentally ill get blamed for everything. And it's not fair, because it is not so. And all the mental health organizations will tell you very openly that this is a bad reference to the mental illness.
So are you saying we got to look more at ideologies?
Hatred.
Hatred?
Bigotry, intolerance. They want to make this white America. It can't be. We're already a mixed society.
And this will only be picked up in September, so you'll have to wait until after the August break to see if it gets picked up by the Senate. And that's a question mark.
Well, he's supposedly the first week, he stated the first week he's going to do something. We'll see. All
right, let's switch gears really quickly. I know we want to show some images of children, a lot of children crying last week, left alone after their parents were detained by ICE officials, one of the largest raids in recent memory. The president says they are not here without documentation, talking about their parents, and they should go. A lot of people agree with him. How do we handle this, Congresswoman, in a more moral way where we're dealing with these families but still dealing with these immigration laws more effectively?
Well, immigration has always needed reform. It's never really quite had that. We've tried again in the House. Nothing gets past the Senate. And right now, Dr. Reese has a bill for treatment of humane treatment for families and children. They should not be separated at all, because it's going to cause trauma in the children later on. If they are citizens or become citizens, so yes, later on it's a greater problem in society.
If we can only meet in the middle on these two big issues. Thank you for joining us this morning. We also want to let folks know that we invited all local representatives to come on our show. We'll be hearing from some of them in the coming weeks. Thank you so much, Congressman.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your having me.